Get ready. You got nice leggings today for it as well. Very aerial. All right, team. This is the second live sort of workshop. Today is going to be more like a one-on-one session with Vivienne. I've got a lovely model to show you what we're going to be working on. So today the focus is going to be on exploring long arm movements. We're going to be using the hoop for those who do silks, rope, pole, trapeze. This can still apply. Obviously, I'm not going to do the moves that we do on the hoop, but you can start thinking about the same engagement and the same thought when you start extending your arms up in the air, whether you're hanging or whether you do some moves that require more of a long body. Okay, so today we'll be exploring drills under the bar, again for straight arm inverts. We are going to work on single arm strength a little bit. I know this is a bit challenging. And then we are going to work on a mini flow that I've been teaching for the last few weeks, almost months. We've done a really sort of easy flow where we actually worked quite a lot on straight arm and long arm lines, including beauty rolls and indicator Peter Pan for those who know it. So we are going to start doing a little bit of activation, a bit of a warm up just to get ourselves going. We are going to be using some bands if you have some. I'm using a purple just because for the sake of what we are going to do later, but you can use a thin band like a red or black. If at home you only have a yoga strap as well, that can do too. For some of the drills on the hoop, we will be using the bands as well, so I do suggest that you have something that you can use, and again, a yoga strap can do the move quite well. So let's start easy with some inchworms, where we stand and we take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, we're gonna roll down and walk into our plank, and then from here take a deep inhale, and on the exhale we're gonna roll back up. And again, in, we're gonna add some elements to it as we move, and down we're gonna roll, and then this time before we come back we're gonna push into a pike, engaging into the shoulders, and then rolling back up. And again, in and rolling down. Plank, maybe take your hands a little bit forward to trigger a little bit more core. My mat is sliding though. Then we take a pike. I think that was a bad idea to use this mat. And then slowly come back up. And again, take it in and roll down, walk forward. And then from here, the pike, we're gonna try and take the right hand on the opposite leg. Take it here, take a little bit of a stretch. So try and find that stretch here where we come under the opposite armpit. Nice. And then slowly back into your pike. Walk your hands to the feet and we roll up. Again, in. Get a little bit of that blood flow. And then this time the left hand is gonna grab onto thigh, shin or ankle. We're gonna try and take that twist. Take one more breath, and on the exhale, come back, walk the hands, and slowly roll up. Again, in, and down. Beautiful. This time stay into your plank, give me some scapular push-up, 10 and 9, just the scapula. So just the shoulder blades. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, come into your pike. Woo. And give me pike presses. So imagine you want to tap your head on the floor. 10, 9, and 8. Good. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Walk your hands to the feet. Come back up. Ooh, it's getting warm very fast. One more. In. And out, roll down. Very nice. And then from here, we are going to stay there and come into a little cobra, dropping the legs down. Taking a little stretch here. And then we're gonna slowly take ourselves down. We're gonna go 8, 7, squeeze the elbows in, squeeze the armpit. 4, 3, lift the legs, 2, or 1, find your extension here. So the reason why we start working on the extension is because we are going to do beauty rolls, we're going to do long lines, so we want to find a line. Squeeze the legs 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Push back up into the cobra. I know. And then from here, we are going to try and do what's called swan dive in Pilates. So the swan dive is where we stay in this shape and we drop our body down into a dive. So let me just show you. The easy version is to simply keep the hands, we just lift the legs and back up. Option 2, we take the hands off and then we come push back up. And push back up. Option 3, we take the arms forward and back up. Okay, we're gonna try and do 8 like this, if I can still breathe. And take a nice deep breath in. Let's do level 1 first. And exhale. And level 2. And lift the arms and hands. And up. And maybe try level 3. And nice. I'm not sure this again, using the core. Just whichever one you want. I'm just gonna do level 2. 6, 5, 4. Think of yourself like a spoon. 2, and 1. And then here, try and roll. 5, 4, 3. It's horrible. 2, and 1. Oh my God, I hate that one so much. Oh yeah, they sucked on there. Yeah, you can feel, you start feeling it in the lower back a little bit, yeah? So it's meant to be helping with the core. If you feel it in the lower back, it's not uncommon. That means that your body is starting to struggle with keeping it together. Even it happens with me. It's very often because we start letting go of the pelvic floor. All right, grabbing onto our band now. We're just gonna do a few dislocates. You can go as wide as you want to find a few dislocates here. Oh my God. That's where my right shoulder is a little bit done with me at the moment. Nice little dislocate. 2 more. Last one. Keep it up, keep the left arm up, and then we're gonna try and pull down on the right side. 3, 2. We're gonna do this on the hoop later, other side. 4, 3. So if you have just a yoga strap, just pull. Obviously it's not gonna have the bounce. And then we're gonna bring it behind, and then we're gonna try and close it into a fly. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring it lastly at the front and pull back. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice. All right, and that's the warm-up done. So we're gonna move on to the hoop now. Right. Okay, so let's start with the easy one. We're gonna bring back the same drill as we did last week. So if you haven't followed, you need to go back to the previous video. We broke down shoulders, core compression, and hips. So we're gonna try and do our hanging straddles, where we are going to link all of it together. Here, just start into your straddle right away. And then we are going to focus on just the throwing, pushing forward, and trying to brace the ribcage a little bit. Woo. Nice and slow, let yourself hang. Now, let's try and focus again on the shoulders, yeah? When you try and like bring them, you're not pulling them down, you're just trying to scoop them forward. Yeah, closing the ribcage. And we're gonna do 3 or 4 like this. And then on the last one, we're gonna try and do our leg lifts. Oh my God, this side is awful. Woo! Lift it up. So my bum is slightly off Engaging through your shoulders. Oh my God. Woo! Maybe 2 or 3 on each side, depending. I'm gonna push this a little bit more in the middle because this was generally hard with having the leg down. All right, so let's have a look at this one. Again, so remembering the little drills, that's it. So let's remember to throw the hoop, that's it. We throw the hoop forward, so I wanna see the delts pushing, yeah. Nice, the wrapping. And I wanna see the rib cage starting to close, yeah? You can feel it as well, right? Yeah, lovely. Then after that, we're gonna try and stay up and do leg lifts. I know. These are horrible. They are awful. Nice. Oh. Nice. Oh. Yeah, I was saying for me, like it was really painful on the right side. I mean, it's because also when your shoulders have to learn how to move slightly differently, it's gonna feel a bit weird, right? Your shoulders will be like, ooh, why do we have to do this? So it takes its time. Okay, the next drill, we're gonna go back to the one that we did where the legs lifted. So we don't want to lift straight away into the core, yeah? I don't want to see the legs like here. Try and keep them low so you work through your pelvic, the pelvic floor and the hip flexors. Oh. Alright, let's see that. Shig. Oh. Yes. Nice. My ears like this one. It's a bit annoyed now. Okay, so let's start working a little bit on the leg lift drills, which are working on the core compression. So last week on the trapeze, we did the egg rolls, where we had hands parallel and we were coming under the bar. So that is still a valid drill that you can also do on the hoop. Yeah. When we'll explore the Skinner cats, the egg rolls are going to come back. Now, I want to try and work on my negatives. That core compression when we articulated the spine. Remember last week we were like coming from the top and rolling down super slowly. Now, a tool that can help is starting to use bands. Yeah, the same way we would do in squat. Trying to define where, because I feel like this is a bit, let me try. So obviously I don't use them. Not saying that like, as like, I don't need the bands. But I'm trying to figure out where we could feel the support, because this is actually quite a bit too, yeah, that could work. It's so you can use a really strong band like this. You want it to be like sort of on the sacrum, but I think this is more like for the end bit where you want to feel your support into the core. But I think in this instance, we'll try to give a lot of support. So here I just kind of looped it around once. What we're going to do is actually unloop it, and you're going to have the double. So this way, you have really good like support right here. And you're going to sit in it like you sit into a sling. A bit awkward to get into. Also, make sure this might be riding up your back, yeah? So try and keep it into your sacrum. So here, you see how like I'm like super supported here. So we're gonna start into a bit more of a lift here, and it's gonna help power up from the bottom. And then from here, when we bring it down, you're gonna try and keep the legs lifted as high as you can for as long as you can, because if you don't, And then we're gonna try to pull back up. Yeah, so we're not going all the way down. We stay in that core compression here. I'm sure this is like a lovely visuals for the camera here. Yeah, because the moment you calm down, it's gonna start riding up. Okay, so let's give it a go. It's gonna make you feel like you can really get supported into your slow straddle up. Right. So this is like heavy support with the purple. You have greens as well, which are even more. So it's just getting in there is a bit awkward, yeah? I know. So on the sacrum, the kind of bony part of your hips, which is where you want to feel. I know, be careful. I did the same thing. So hands into your straddle, start lifting the legs up. And then let's use this to, yeah. You see how it helps there? And then slow down, and then again. Nice. One more. You got it, you got it, you got it. Oh, yeah. It feels different, right? Yeah. Yeah. So that's like, now we're gonna take a little breath, but you're gonna try with the lights. So as you get more used to it, you can still learn and have a feel, but with the less intense, yeah? So as you get stronger, it's always what you do when you do pull-ups, right? You start with strong band and then you come with like lighter bands. And also, like I was saying, if you loop, just one loop is gonna be very much loose. So you're only gonna get a little bit of support at the beginning. So this one, see? A little bit easier to get into. Hold it. Yeah, you still get a little bit of support here, but quite considerable to help you understand the negative. Now, again, we're gonna keep pushing the hip forward. The important part is to not let go of the shoulders, yeah? And the hips are staying nice and high. So working through the core compression here again, yeah? A little bit harder because you have less support. There you go. A really nice drill. Whee. Hold it, hold it. Yeah. This one you can't like, you still go backwards just a little bit. So I kind of push it, I kind of hold it in place with one hand. That's it. Create tension. There you go. It's always going to be awkward using band, yeah? Ah! That's because you need to lift the legs straight away, yeah? So as soon as you come down, bring the legs up. That's it, that's it, that's it. Lift. Okay. So, again. Woo! All right, let's try and take that. Let's go. Slowly articulate down here. Push the shoulders forward. Keep the legs up. And then we pull back up. Much harder, isn't it? Yes. I know. And take it down. Another drill, if you do it with friends, you can come out. The last one that you can do if you're working with someone else is, we've done that in class, I don't know if you've ever been here, is when we hold the person's legs from the back. So if you can, you can do that with me, for example. So I'm gonna come into my straddle, I'm gonna lift myself up, and you're gonna hold the back of my ankles. So yeah, so the person's gonna kind of like come down, you're gonna hold, and then I'm gonna pull back up. So that's one where you can use someone to help you with the reps. So it's kind of easy, that's it. You can let go, there you go. Wow. So we're gonna try that one last. Oh. All right. Cool. Let's come a little bit more here. So, wait, where are you going? All right, so slowly. No. So this is really good as well to work on your hip flexion. So roll down slowly, 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 slowly. Keep the leg straight and pull back up. Oh yeah. You see how you pushed a lot on my hands? Try to, yeah, and then push the shoulders. Go, 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 go. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so this one is quite hard as well. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go down. Woo. Yeah, so for you it's very much the bottom part. So the top part is strong. It's controlling that bit between the core, the hips, and also your legs. You see your legs bend, so that's hip flexor that needs a little bit more work. So the lower part drill that we did at the beginning are quite good. And also remember when we do this as well, sometime in my classes, we do them bent knees or straight legs, but we try and do just like pelvic tilt as well. So just trying to lift that bottom bit. But when you struggle with the bottom bit, it's not uncommon. That means your hip flexor and your pelvic floor needs a little bit more work. And that's where this can help a little bit because you still feel you can get that lift. Yeah, but make sure that you still, even if you got the support and you feel supported by the band at the bottom, you still try to pull from your hips and your core. Yeah, good. Because the shoulders are strong. Just need to get a little bit more here. Okay. Your breath. Yeah. Whew. Hot in here, isn't it? It's always hot in that studio. 29 degrees, are you serious? What? I didn't even look. 18 degrees, it was 29, it wasn't 29. It's 29 degrees in this room, are you crazy? It's like summer in the studio. Okay, now, here are extra drills that we can do for the shoulders, which I like to do when I want to work my straight arm, single arm for my mid hooks. But this is valid for your straight arm because sometimes the imbalance can help. We can help with the imbalance a little bit. So from here, I'm going to place one hand in the middle, like I'm about to do a straddle. The other hand is going to come on the side, and I'm going to effectively try to push down the back through my armpit, through my shoulder. So I've done this drill on a bar in another video for one of my clients. Now we can actually try and see if we can do it here. So I'm gonna just actively, you see how like I start here, and I'm gonna start pushing and lifting, and then I'm gonna see if I can lift my legs as well and hang. And I release. Yeah, you can do a few reps here, or you can keep switching. It's quite intense. So we push down in like a crucifix. You see how that realigns my shoulder? Yeah, that brings my shoulders a bit more in line. And can I lift my legs? And then slowly down. So this is like beginning. If straddle is too much, knees to chest. Yeah, works fine as well. You can try that. So down, arm a little bit more down. So when you push it, it comes almost horizontal. That's it. And push it down. Yeah. That push down, when you push the down, you see how that rebalances a little bit. That's it. And then see if you can lift the legs. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Switch. Nice. Nice. Ooh. Make sure you can fully like bring it kind of horizontal. That's it. Nice. Beautiful. Lovely. I know. But that's also because you know that your hip flexor need a little bit more work. Now, I also this is more like advanced, that's like playtime kind of things where you can also go into your straddle. And then you try and work your single arm. So if I do my left hand, I'm really a bit weaker on my left hand. I'll just try and hold a little bit here. I try and do a straddle down into negative. But that is a bit more advanced, even for me that's hard, I won't lie. Really helpful for mid hooks as well, but we'll do mid hooks in another program, so I'm not gonna go with that today. Yeah, so those are your under the bar drills to explore for straight arm strength. Now we're gonna move on to the long arm exploration, long arm movement. So now we're gonna explore long arm and side entries, which are very much part of still of like straight arm straddle, straight arm strength, just to try and find flow. So in this instance, I'm gonna encourage you to try and explore spins as well. Now, even spins for me are still something I need to get better at. Don't forget that your spins are very much the strongest at the center point of your hoop. So when we do side mounts, wherever you are, if you were to do short arm, you still want to come under your rigging point, yeah? In this instance, we're gonna do a side mount with the arm into flamenco grip. It's very elusive. Now, I don't wanna be into a situation where my shoulder feels completely twisted. So I wanna try and bring the hoop a little bit more into tilt, so I can go as close to my strap or span set. That's called strap or span set, the black thing. So the first part that we can do is still hold into short arm here, because that gives us a bit more power as we start spinning. This is my right arm. I tend to have the right leg lifted, yeah? And I tend to spin around. Now, remember when we did the back extension? That's why. Ooh, I made the mistake to look into the ceiling, and now I am feeling sick. Yeah, so we just start with easy. Remember, we tilt, flamenco grip with the palm facing away, going as close to span set, squeezing on the other side. Left, if I go left arm, I tend to lift my left leg. Oh, this side is definitely not my strong side. Yeah, so even if your shoulder is turned a bit more into internal rotation, we still want to try and pull it into that straight arm rotation. All right, so let's give this one a go. Oh. Yes, short arm, long arm. I will let you like just feel whatever feels natural. I just find same leg. Yeah. Extend the legs back. Straighten the legs behind you. Remember? Yeah, both of them. That's it. That was quite cute though. They kind of look like, yeah, so as you can see as well, like when you start a spin and then you add little elements to it, your spin will change. If you noticed, right? It went faster and then, so the way we mount at the moment is the bottom arm is also pushing down, the same way you were doing with the single arm. Remember when we just did with the band, you were pushing down. So with this arm, we want to do the same thing. We're going to grab on the flamenco grip, and then we're going to push down with this arm here. So kind of finding this like push, yeah? So here we pull a little bit, but here we have to push down. So in the flow, we were coming into a mermaid, but in this one, we'll go straight into our Peter Pan climb. So again, remember, we find back extension to one leg in. Whoa. Keep your long legs here as you find your Peter Pan. My hands haven't changed, yeah? I just come back down. I exit in assignment, yeah? Nothing changes in the hands. We try and keep that right arm exactly where it is. Straight arm, back, we pull, back extension, go from an extend the legs, straight, yes. Good, and then Peter Pan, so bend the bottom leg, like this, that's it, and extend, okay. Slowly come down, all right. So, you were saying your beauty rolls are, you are struggling a little bit with the beauty rolls. This mount can really help you with a bit more with the beauty rolls. So at the moment, when Vivian is creating that momentum, you're still a little bit here. You got to go back, yeah? Because the beauty roll is very much that same motion. A bit like when we did the swan dives, yeah? So moving on to the beauty roll. I know, okay. So I'm gonna do it without the spin. When we climb then here, we take that back to straight leg, yeah? We stay super straight here. And the beauty roll, we have to prep the other hand. So I need a little bit more height. Now, my back extension is still there. I have to dive under. But you see where my feet are? They are elevated. So this is the trick. If your legs bend, you're gonna start coming vertical, and that's where your beauty roll is gonna start feeling impossible. So this is why when we come from this pose, you have to stay in this angle. Yeah, the beauty roll. Stay in the angle. Straighten both legs, arch, find your back extension here. Yeah? So let's try and just do some little rolls, half rolls. Into the inner thighs, back, yeah? We'll do half rolls. Okay. I'm very hot. So again, I know you're a bit taller than me, so you feel like you're touching the floor, right? So pull, lift the legs behind you. That's it, yeah? I know, that's it. Yeah, I know. The hard part after is to kick that leg, isn't it? I know. And pull, that's it. Now straight, 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 straight. And then swap the hand. My recommendation, if you have tight shoulders like me, get that hand higher, as high as you can. That other hand, yeah, also close to the other one. That's it, yeah? Okay, so from here now, we're gonna stay in this position. Let go of your right hand. And now, imagine you want to dive. That's it, so roll, that's it. Now you squeeze this leg with you up here. You see? Yes, I know. There you go. And stay in that position and then keep rolling. Let's go. You see? You see how the legs are really important here. It's still painful. I know. This should be called evil roll. There's nothing that feels beautiful about it, right? But this is where thinking about your long arms and your body extensions. And this is where also it's important, why for me as a teacher, to make people think about their long arm and their long legs, is because when we are gripping and we're pulling, the rest of the body is going to do the same thing. So in the beauty roll, the same thing can happen. If I was to kind of like grip to the side and then I kind of go into a climb here, my legs are bent, and then I climb up and I grip here, and I just half straighten my arm, half straighten my leg, and I try and do the beauty roll where I'm like gripping up. You see, like everything is at the wrong angle, yeah? When I really think about how my body has to find the extension, ooh, extending my body away, yeah? And I dive here. It still hurts, but when you do it slowly, it hurts a lot. You've got to like commit to it, yeah? Straighten the arm, yeah? So next time you do all your drills, really think of how much am I gripping, how much am I trying to hang on, whereas using my strength through core and staying quite long, yeah? So one more time, like we're gonna let you try by yourself. Nice, lovely. Dive, lift the legs together and roll, there we go. Yeah? Feels better now?
Yes.
Good. Still, as I said, you still need to get used to the pain levels. I'm not saying it's ever going to be pleasant. So the same applies when we do the windmills after, right? So we added some windmills for those who wanted to do beauty roll on the other side, and there was also other moves that we added to the flow as I do the move. Then this way I land on the other side and I end up with the right side for me on the next move. So up, hopefully this time I won't lose the mic. Last bit. Up, straight the leg. There you go. Come with me, Mike. There you go. And then if I want to do a windmill, I just flip here. My hand prepares into my beauty roll on this side, and I land here. Beautiful. Yeah? So the next bit of the move that I like is staying with this hand up for your Amazon, but we're gonna hug the underneath of the other knee. Palm is facing down, leg is coming out, and then again here, finding your extension. Pull through shoulders, taking it back, and reverse the move on the way down. Okay, the microphone didn't fall this time. That was a lot. All right. Yes, so when you do the windmill, right? So when I do the Peter Pan and then the beauty roll, I switch hand. But with the windmill, I already have my hand up. It's the same hand that you did your Peter Pan with. So you essentially just still spin around.
So it's gonna be the same.
Yeah. So if you do your Peter Pan with the right arm, and then you land into Peter Pan here, when you do your windmill, your left arm is gonna come. You're gonna change. You just have to change the grip, right? To spin around, but still the right arm to go around. So it's quite cute when you manage to do the rolls. So we'll try one last time. Last effort. Extend. Good. Kick. That's it. Legs over the other side. Woo. That's it. And under. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Legs together. Yeah. You see? Left knee to the chest, under the bar. Left knee to the, under the, that's it. Hug it. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes you go a little bit deeper. Make sure you still hold. Take that right leg out. Take the right leg out. And extend. Woo! And take it back. And slowly exit. Beautiful. did it. We did it. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're feeling a bit more confident with the beauty rolls now? They look much better already. So what I invite is also starting to apply the stuff that we do in the drills. The reason, again, why straight arm strength is so important is because getting it helps with the other stuff. Like I was saying, your body starts picking up on how it's meant to be holding itself hanging. So the stronger you become, the stronger your straight arm invert becomes, the rest of it is also going to pick up. So your moves essentially are going to start looking more fluid. You're going to start understanding a bit more how to really pull your shoulder, how to engage your core, how your hips. It helps for a lot of other movements in your practice. So let's do a bit of cool down now. Definitely tired. Cooling down. That's it. What should we do today? What did we do? Let's do right leg forward, left leg back, a little bit of hip flexor stretch. Left arm up, behind. And then let's push behind and take a little bit of back bend here. Wow. Good. Oh. Then bring behind here and pull that. On the floor and stretch. Hamstring a little bit. And we go on the other side. So right leg, right arm. I think I need to do a blooper reel for all of this. You know, with the only accident, losing the microphone, the hair. You know? When I tell the story about my clown makeup, back. And then from here, we're gonna come down. Open the right arm out, take a little twist. And other side. Oh. This is one of the things with aerial anyway. We always show the nice bit, but a lot of it is not always nice. And lovely little child pose. Beautiful. Very nice, everyone. Well done, Vivienne. Lovely. So how you feel already after those 2 sessions? You feel like you've learned a little bit? Yeah. I've seen you've done the workouts as well.
Yes, I've done one. Actually, I think I choose really weight. That's for the next day.
Oh shit. You need to pace it. Yeah. You go 4 weeks of that, pace it, you know, slowly up. Don't forget, progressive overload, yeah? You get, especially when you start a program that's new, keep it low and see how it feels. And then if it gets easier, if it gets easy, then yes, you can do heavier or more reps or less rest as well. Yeah, don't forget that even just 30 seconds or 15 seconds less rest is still considered as progressive overload for your body, yeah? Very nice. So on the next one, we are going to finish these sessions with working on dynamic beats. It's gonna be good. So we're gonna keep with the hoop next time again. We are going to go back to the drills that we did today a little bit. I will think about a few new ones and then we'll work on top bar drills, meaning we're gonna work on the beats and we're also gonna work on the pencils. So climbing up pencils and down to try and like work a little bit more the same way we work under the bar, but using the span set to work, you know, the sliding down and back up. Yeah, so we're going to use this as well. So we will see you in the next session.